The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They begin the drive on the ground at 20. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Mayfield now on second down. That's taken in by Palmer. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Mayfield to throw it. Fighting through pressure. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Buccaneers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Palmer going to go in motion left. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. First down, here's White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Play fake. Mayfield. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Dominique Robinson, the one who got in there to drop him.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 5. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Here's White. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Trey Palmer with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Velus Jones now from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. Down the sideline he goes. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. An extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Mayfield on first down. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Second down, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Real. Hey, alert! Run. What's up?
To throw, Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield. That's again complete to Palmer. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a give up the middle. This is White to about the 26 here.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Alert! What's up?
Mayfield on play action. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
He had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. A nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Regular.
Following the interception, Mayfield.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Mayfield now. That is caught. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal. Expect them to attack right here on this play.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bears' 6-yard line.
Kings!
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Here we go, Scott.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Fields, and this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. Muscling free near the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Bears first down.
This is Homer. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 9. To throw is Fields. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Collins. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
First down, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now a 3rd and 6. And again, it's Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
My, if maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter, it's going to give them the lead because you have a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And
throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Nico Collins. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Play action. It's Fields.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Drew Tryon charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
right at the 50-yard line.
They'll start here with a handoff to White.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield.
That's caught down the field by Palmer.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Play fake. Mayfield. Throw out right. It's brought in by Otten. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White, his first rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bears pick for the 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go, Scott.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for him first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Now it's Fields.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Out of the gun, Fields. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears.
A 3-yard touchdown pass.
And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Brings up 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Mayfield on play action. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Jones on the return. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 43-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increase. Twice the distance now just to get a 1st down and 1 less down to try and get it.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Back to throw, Fields. Looking deep here for Mooney.
That's caught at the 25.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards.
Now a first down throw. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. They'll run this with Homer. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Wind up giving 10 back as that sets him up for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Just for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. The ball comes out, and it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Here we go, son.
Ran it last time, now Fields to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 40 yards here to pick up the first down. Fields now to throw.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
The Bears' first down.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Herbert powering up the middle.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Here we go.
Here's second and a yard. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go, first and goal. Back to throw, Fields. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go.
Now Fields. This will be caught just inside the 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right from the scrimmage.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. Touchdown! DJ Moore with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. And he's all the way in for a touchdown. I don't see any flags, Charles. And in the final stages, the return touchdown has him an extra point away from tying this up.
You're exactly right. The field is clean. It's going to count.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Here we go.
Here's 1st and 10. All eyes on Fields. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Here's Fields. He's got Mooney.
And he's going to be dropped quickly right there at the 48, a couple yards shy of midfield.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And nowhere really to go there. They'll take this up just shy of midfield.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd down, they go back to Herbert.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
This feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play. This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously